Trainers, I hope you have enjoyed our beginner guides and tips and trick videos, but today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be giving you 5 things that Celestia Ultimate need to add to the game ASAP. We all love the early access so far in Celestia Ultimate, and we've got so many updates on the way planned, but I feel these features will help the game become even more popular than it is now. In the comment section below, let me know what you think about Celestia Ultimate so far, and also tell me the features you want them to add. So like the video and subscribe for more playtime content, and let's get into it, trainers. My first feature I want the game to add is a guild system. Every game has one, yeah, and I feel like it's great for the community if we can gather together into like different places as a group, as a collective, and kind of like go on missions together, go on raids, and I feel like it'll be a great thing for the community and the game in general. You can make it so that guild creation costs a lot of champ tokens, and that also makes another like burn mechanic for champs, and it also makes it so that not everyone can just make a guild. So like a guild is kind of like a cool thing, and it's something you want to get involved in, and if you have like loads of guilds everywhere, it kind of like takes away the value of like joining one. And you can make like little off guilds for no reason, and I feel like you want the guilds to have longevity in the game, so then like communities can be built within guilds and stuff like that, and I feel like it'd be really good. Or you can make it so that only landowners can create guilds, and with that mechanic it will allow like the guild to have like a house, like a central like hub for everyone. And I'm going to bring up another feature later down the line, and it will play a factor in that point there, but I feel like if landowners need a bit more utility in the game and a bit more control maybe to an extent. I'm personally not a landowner, but I feel like having a piece of land that to call your own, and then having a guild assigned to it would be great. You can even have it that the guild members have a little discount when they go to land, so like the guild and landowner will still like get revenue from their land, but it'll be like a little discount for their members, and I feel like it'd be a nice little treat for everybody. Right now I feel like it'll be hard for people to imagine what like a guild battle in Celestia Ultimate could be like, but I feel like if you could have like a system where it's like a team of 5 and each person battles each other, and then whoever like lasts to the end, like I said, it'll be hard to imagine now, but if they could somehow make like a guild battle system, that would be amazing, because I feel like it will make more community driven guild stuff. Like there's so much for the community having guilds, and like I need like a whole video to express this one point really. I feel guilds are a natural step for any game, and Celestia Ultimate probably already have this in the works, but I feel like I needed to bring this up as a first point, because if they don't, it definitely need it. The next feature I feel Celestia Ultimate need to add is a player server. I might not be titling that properly, but I'm going to describe it right now. Basically, I feel we need like an area, maybe like a tavern or something, like a bar in the cities, where we go inside this area and then we're entered into a player server, and then we can interact with other players and see each other and see the monster that we have out and stuff like that, and we can challenge each other, and I feel like it'd be a great little community thing. And I feel we have all this open worldness that we need a little bit of that togetherness at the same time. That's my first idea when it comes to like the player server, if like they can make a tavern in the city. But my other idea is landowners could kind of have like a way so that when players go on their land when they're renting, that other players can see the other people that are there, and then while they're on the land they can obviously challenge each other and stuff like that. Because I'm guessing over time we can add more decoration and more utility to land, so having more reason for people to spend time on there would be great. And then for landowners, that's better for them, as they're getting more of like an hourly fee for their land. I feel like it's such a great ecosystem all round, and no one will be complaining. Even if they don't do either one of them 2 ideas, they definitely need somewhere on the map, like an area where players can meet up and challenge each other and have like an open chat room, and like obviously have banned words and stuff like that and not allowed to be toxic, because I feel this game has big potential on like getting a wider audience than just Web3. So I feel like you need it to be monetized, so like nothing bad can happen, and like no rudeness and stuff like that, because obviously a player chat could obviously lead to that, and it needs to be controlled. But if they don't add that feature, that's a little bit too much. But definitely a player interaction where you can see what monsters they have, you can challenge them, and a big feature would be if you could trade among each other, like a monster for a monster. That would be great. The team have probably got something like this already in the works, but for right now I want to tell you like how I would want them to kind of do it, because I feel like this would be so good for the community and stuff like that, because right now we're just traveling our journeys and then talking in Telegram or Discord about what's going on, where we could have like a central place where we all go and meet up. My third point is, it's going to be a bit hard for you to maybe to understand, so I'm going to use another game as a reference, but community hosted tournaments. I feel like this is a great way for the team to have an esports and like a competitive scene without them having to really do anything, and it's self-providing for them, and that it gives the players and the communities to like do something when it comes to like organizing or playing, and I feel like that's a great thing. It allows community members to build a whole competitive scene within the game themselves, and I thought that's great because there's a lot of like grassroots like tournaments, card shops and stuff like that, and I feel like the game could play on that niche and they can do it very well. This is what I mean. You could even make it so that landowners can be like host of tournaments, and then on their land they can kind of have like a card shop, like maybe not a card shop as like a card shop, but the idea is that they can host tournaments on their land and then they can kind of have their own theme to it and stuff like that. I feel there's a lot of things they can do with land, and like I feel like the little bits that we got now are just like the crumbs that we could have in the future. Most games have like a thriving esports scene, and it attracts gamers like of all sorts. A lot of like gamers will go, okay, what's a competitive game in Monster Battlers? And then Celestia Ultimate can be that game, and it can fill that niche for them. If the team wanted to, they could lock it behind like an appliance system where a community member could apply with community guidance, or like players can be like, okay, we vote for this person to be able to be a host and stuff like that. Or like they could like a whitelist into this, and basically they're whitelisting this. You can even make it so that creating a tournament, that it's a burn mechanic for champs, so that you can have like a little fee for making a tournament. And that's what I mean, they can have loads of little burn mechanics within the game for champs tokens, and you can make it so that the host has to provide the rewards for the players as well. Like, could you imagine having a daily tournament to have in Celestia Ultimate all the time, and the host is different each time, and it gives more characters to the scene as well. And esports as a whole just gives longevity to game, and I feel like because the team said they're already doing tournaments, and I don't know what scale or what method they're going to do, but I feel like if they allow the community to make their own sort of tournaments, their own formats and stuff like that, it allows them to not have to do all the work themselves and allows them to focus on other things. Here's my fourth point, and hear me out for a second. Console release. The game already has your controller set up, so for me that gives me that little spark, a little idea and a little bit of hope that we may be able to get it and it may be accomplishable. Also add in that it's already on the Epic launcher. There must be a way for the game to be able to use that connection to be able to get onto console, because in my mind, yeah, Epic makes games on console, so there must be a bridge or some connection they could use to get a console release. Because having a game on console will massively increase its discoverability. Random gamers could have stumbled across this game, and if you think about it, the monster battle genre ain't really like popular or thriving on console, and in my mind there's not many of them games for it to thrive, and this game could definitely attack that niche. If you really think about the monster battle genre, it's only on Nintendo. Xbox and PlayStation don't have no flagship game like that, and this could be that. And just think about the publicity this would do for like the Web3 community, for the first Web3 game on console, and it would just give a bit more like legitimacy to like Web3 games as a whole. Web2 gamers don't necessarily like crypto and NFTs, like they have kind of like a black cloud around them. So I feel like this game could definitely take away that cloud and give a bit more sunlight towards them. My fifth and final feature I feel that the game needs to add is fast travel. I know the team are going to add mounts into the game soon, but I feel the map is so big, yeah, and if it's going to get bigger, we're definitely going to need fast travel in some way. And mounts will help, but it won't help the big issue. If you take the distance right now in the game, yeah, from the cave to the fire dungeon, it's so far, and it can kind of be a buzzkill, because right now there's not really like a lot of reasons to battle the monsters, because they don't disappear, so it's not like you're clearing an area of monsters. So like in your mind, just walking for ages looking at the monsters until you get to your next destination, and unless they give us more like interactions while walking from one destination to the other, we definitely need like fast travel in some way. Like I said, yeah, mounts will help, but unless they're like the Flash, yeah, they're not going to be fast enough to get the distance that we need. And we want the game to be massive, and we don't want to worry about, it's going to take ages to get from X to B. But like, if you have fast travel and someone we can interact with to then get from one place to the other, it'd be much better, and we can still have mounts in the game for like the short distances. The thing is, we can even just pay like a gold fee to the person, so it adds like another utility to like the in-game currency gold. And I feel like it's maybe something that will come in the future, but I definitely feel like we need it sooner than later. You could easily just plant a travel NPC, yeah, like at the cave, at the fire dungeon, at the city, and stuff like that. So then we can travel from one to the other, and I've paid a little gold fee. So then we can't also abuse the system, because obviously we have to pay gold, and if we keep doing it, we're just going to run out of gold. As the map gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the team would definitely come up with more ways for us to get around and travel. So I feel like just having that little NPC and us interacting with them is just an easy way for them to put it into the game. These are just the ideas I've come up with so far, but no doubt I'll come up with more in the future as they update the game. I cannot wait to see what Celestia Ultimate is going to look like in the future, but for now, trainers, that's all from me. But comment below what you think about the 5 features I've come up with, because I'd love to hear what you lot think. And tell me the features you would like in the game soon. But like the video and subscribe for more play to earn content, and I'm going to see you guys soon. And remember, be a shark in this space, not a whale. And we're going to see you guys next time.